I'm pretty sure this is the most invisible I've ever been.
No, I can still see you.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Yeah.
Savage AF, you know what it is. Sorry, Shane, to pop in and scare you like that every time.
I know, man. Every time I think that you're somewhere else, I think you haven't. The show didn't start, and yet you're right there.
No, that's my bad. That's my bad, dog. Right. Savage AF, you know what it is. I'm your boy Black Pedro.
Yo, what's going on? This is Shang, and I hope that you, when you guys jump into the feed, that you understand that we appreciate you bringing more and more people each time. So thank you, goddammit. Thank you,
Nicole, Wendy, Breezy, lady.
Thank you.
I see ya.
We got a few people jumping on. Like, let me tell you something. Well, we ain't gonna do that yet because the people ain't in yet. But I'm just gonna say something.
I see a few. I see the early birds.
Look, you know what? The people that are here, I am so surprised. No, but I just hope that you guys know that without you, we would be nothing.
Okay. So we'd still be something. But
okay, all right. Well,
the show, Savage, we as individuals, we would still be proud, strong black men in our communities.
Yeah, right. But
Shang raising kids, I'm raising glasses. Listen, man, it's going down over here.
I don't know if I'm raising kids right
without you,
right,
Savage AF would be nothing, which is why if you follow the scroll at the bottom of the screen, you should follow Savage AF at Savage AF Radio on IG.
Yeah. And then you know what else you should do? Y'all should all of you should tell your friends. And by the way, you're already getting harassed by your baby daddy mama is already in here talking shit. And
you see it, right? You see it.
I saw it.
You see it. Miss Adverb is here. I really need y'all to get at Miss Adverb about my child support. Okay.
Just not right.
I've been gestating her infantile after products for quite some months now.
Yeah.
And and she ain't put in on none of this. Okay. She ain't bought me no wine, no food, broccoli, whatever, nothing. Okay?
Yeah.
And then she want to come on the show and try and harangue me.
Harangue you. Yeah, harangue.
Harangue you.
Harangue, man. It's harangue. Now, check this out. All you people, all you motherfuckers. Make sure that you tell your friends, and subscribe to the show. For this is for the new people. This is not for the regulars. This is for the motherfuckers that's new. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You already know what it is. Here we go. Doc, don't talk about money to me. Yeah, he want that cash.
I was eating steak. For the baby. Okay,
it was for the baby.
I took very few nutrients. My body took very few nutrients from that, and they funneled them all to the baby. But you ain't thinking like that, right? Because you ain't.
But in actuality, the baby. So basically, every time he nut, every time he nut, you know what that means. That's one baby lost.
And maybe I just got my hair did, but who did it? This nigga right here.
Okay, so
I do my own shit. So why his own hair, would you even bring that up? I could do this all day. I could do this.
That's what she do. But make sure you subscribe to the channel. When you do subscribe, make sure you click the like. But when you do subscribe to the channel, you gotta do this one thing that I've been telling y'all. And it's right here. Click the bell. Click the bell. Make sure that they know what's up with that. And make sure you subscribe to us on all the platforms. Yeah, y'all ain't see that
gonna pass out.
Yeah, all the platforms. Subscribe to all this on all the podcast platforms. Listen, the podcast platforms, which is including iHeartRadio, iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, and Spotify.
SoundCloud.
No. It's Spotify. And now hit it.
SoundCloud.
And that. So make sure that you do that, and make sure you follow at Black Pedro. Follow at Black Pedro. Make sure you do that. And also follow me on Instagram at Comedian Shang. Make sure you follow us. And if you don't, it's bullshit if you don't do it. God damn it. It really is. We got some people in the house. We got some motherfuckers in the building. Oh,
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Queen B is in the building. We appreciate you. Speaking of motherfuckers, AJ Fit is in this bitch.
Yeah. Goddamn.
Don't fuck with him. Okay.
Hey, don't make him. Don't make
Sandy
him mad.
English. I see
Yes.
ya. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it out here, man. Let's do what we do out here. Oh, speaking of getting it, you know who's getting it right now? On
Who?
just this it's like this tiny independent platform called Amazon Prime.
Ooh.
There's an up and comer from the clan of Forbes named Shang. Has his own brand.
Yeah.
Of emotion. Shang is Shangry.
Yeah.
On Amazon Prime.
Yeah, now make sure y'all check out the show. Come on now. We still doing good, but we need to do better. The goal is getting 1 million views on Amazon Prime, which would fuck their head up and fuck the investors' head up. And I can make some money off this bitch. So make sure you check out the special. Yeah, people don't realize the more views, the more shoes I buy. That's what it's called. So make sure that y'all
views equal shoes.
Exactly, man. I want those Jordans.
Views
And I don't want Jordans. I just bought some dope black Adidas. But I got them at the discount place
for the dirty price.
Yes, so make sure that you check me out. And when you do go watch the special, and if you haven't watched the special yet, I'm gonna tell you right now, you just a dirtbag. You fucking dirtbags. You didn't watch my special, you dirty motherfuckers. So make sure you watch the special. Bam, boom, in your grill, and make sure
it's not just that.
Yeah,
like. Okay, if you haven't watched the special, obviously you need a blender hat. You know what I mean? Put it on, turn it on. But if you have watched it but haven't reviewed it, rated, left a rating, 5 stars, by the way, all the stars, and then shared it, like been like, hey, bro, you need to watch this. I know you ain't doing shit with your life. You got a cousin or 2 or 15. They're like, listen, I know y'all niggas ain't doing shit.
So watch it.
Do this.
Watch, share, rate. It's rate, review, watch, share, do all that. So also, while you're at it, you happen to have a few dollars in your pocket. You got your stimmy. Okay.
Alms for the poor. Right. Alms for the poor.
You got your stimmy. You're on your website. You're cruising porn, and you want to take a chance on somebody that you might just get your chuckle on. I'm just saying, go to the website, theblackpedro.com/shop and watch, listen, and learn as I'm telling you, the boom, Black Pedro begins. The album.
That was just the beginning. Guess where we're going from
So make sure that you check it out. Make sure you check out. Make sure that if you get a chance, go to theblackpedro.com/shop and make sure you pick up the album Black Pedro Begins, the album.
So make sure you're watching Shangry on Amazon Prime. And you can leave your ratings and reviews and share from there. Yeah, like you care, man. Tawana, we see you in the building as well. Appreciate all y'all for coming in. It is April 27th. It's a Tuesday. We're going up. Savage AF, y'all. Black Pedro, Shang. Let's get into it, man, because we do
let's get into it.
The daily run up on the run around on the run down things. Here's what we're going to talk about. Before we get into what we get into, we're going to end today's show with a Shangry, of course.
Yes.
Race ain't going to be better without the cheddar. Okay.
Woo!
Say cheese.
Cheese.
Before we get into that, though, my Black Pedro popping for today, we're going to talk about a score: 511-67. Stay tuned if you want to find out what that's about. Mask off. Before that, the CDC announces fully vaxxed individuals, Americans, can go face first outdoors. Just let it out.
I don't know if they can go face first.
I did it today. Let's talk about it. Yep. But before we get into that, it's April 27th, 2021, a Tuesday. Savage AF. Black Pedro. Shang.
And by the way, I just want you to know how rich I am. Can you see that check? That is 53 cents. I got a check for 53 cents.
Baby, that's what we've been talking about is residual passive income, y'all. Okay. Them residuals.
So all
residuals.
So ladies, keep your panties on until I get this next check.
Yay, watch out now. But they coming in. That's the thing.
53-cent
he ain't
check.
got to do nothing. He ain't got to, but you ain't got to do nothing. That's 53 more than you had.
Yeah. How is it that I've been on all these fucking TV shows and I'm still getting bitch ass checks for 53 cents?
Hey,
this don't make no fucking sense.
They owe you for that still.
Yeah. And Queen Bee said I'm balling. You goddamn right. Don't hate the player. Don't hate the player. Hate the residual check. All right. So let's get into it.
I'll just take all your fall off, Shane. You all can't get with him, ladies.
So what you do is buy this and then go out with Pedro. Listen, as we get into this today is a good and bad day for me from the standpoint of some of these things we're going to talk about is really disturbing. And the first one, I think it's the first one we're talking about.
So we're going to start out with this.
A little disturbing.
If you remember,
a little bit upsetting.
Our discussions about my gun training, especially my last one, my weapons training. I talked to you guys about the Mozambique technique, which is something that European colonizers used in Mozambique. 2 to the body, 1 to the head. They thought it was the best way to deal with the natives. Okay.
And also the mob, and hitmen. It was 2 to the sternum.
2 to the body, 1 to the head.
Right there. Fucking there. Right there.
So, what we're going to say that happened in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, is what I call the No-Zambique, right, technique, which is where they gave 4 to the arm of Andrew Brown Jr., and then 1 fatal shot to the back of the head. And just by nature of the bullet, I mean, that is the definition of an execution shot, which is something that his son Khalil said the day before. But we are getting this information as a result of an independent autopsy conducted by the family and their legal representation. So
was it a total of 5 shots, right?
That hit him. I don't know how many shots were fired off, right? But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It was 5. It was 5.
It was definitely 5 shots to the man's body. 4 of them, if I'm remembering
he was holding onto the steering wheel.
But it seemed like 4 of them hit his right arm, and I thought they said he was on the driver's. I thought they said the shooters. And I'm just gonna call them shooters because they're not even fucking cops.
You mean
we're on the driver's side,
right?
But if I remember the diagram correctly from what I saw this morning, it appeared to be 4 shots to the right arm, and then 1 to the back of the head, near the base of the skull,
right?
Which would be a totally fatal shot. By the placement of the fatal bullet, we have an unjust shooting, right? Like this is an illegal shooting. Just the 4 shots in the arm. Okay, fine. And maybe a person can. He was obviously still maneuvering the vehicle around the cops, away from them, but was fatally killed by a bullet to the head. I don't know if they can. And hold on, before I pass it off, real quick, I don't know, and I'd be interested to find out if they can figure out the succession of the shots, like which hit first. Like, did he get a bullet to the back of the head first, and then 4 bullets to the arm? Was it 2 bullets to the arm, back of the head, then 2 more bullets to the arm? Like, just I think as a matter of detail, that seemed to be important to me.
You know what I think it is? I think the cops are still on some like super RoboCop killer shit. They're a bunch of fucking children, and they just shoot instead of investigate, de-escalate. I'm doing a lot of rhyming today. I don't know why, but investigate, investigate, de-escalate, and take the man to jail. No, I just don't understand why they don't understand. We see that as an execution, especially the shot to the back of the head. Now they're saying he was driving while that was happening, but if we find out the bullets were in a different succession, guess what? Killers, executioners. That's what these fucking cops are. These cops are executioners, and they dance at gay clubs when they get time on the weekend. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Hey.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't. Okay.
So Queen B is saying that they raided his house. She said his mentor and landlord went back and boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so they raided his house and took all the cameras. And when I say his house, Andrew Brown's. What we do know is that we're not getting all the footage, right? So
yeah. Now, why? You know what?
So the police admitted today there's a 30-second video.
Right.
They only showed the family 20 seconds, and they're like, well, the rest is like shaky and blah blah blah. It's like, nah, nigga. Right. You don't get to determine what's shaky. Just if it's what are the 10 seconds that you're hiding from this family that you are like, nobody needs to see this. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Okay, but also the way they went about it by releasing that, and by the fact that the way they went about it, it makes them look guilty as fuck. The fact that they raided the house and took all of the angles of the cameras, the fact that they're not giving it to us all, the fact that they're doing some creative editing, like you'll see images of them run up, and then you'll see a picture of Godzilla, and then you'll see King Kong, and then you'll see them shooting for a second, and then you'll see King Kong again. They're just making shit up, and they're making themselves look bad. If I was a police officer, I'd want to make sure that I put the shit out so I could show it as a justified shooting. Right. But when you do this kind of shit, when I say that's like, baby, no, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. I know that looked like me, but that wasn't me. That wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was somebody else. You're making yourself look guilty, even if it wasn't you. If you say that too many times, it makes you look guilty. And what the police are doing with their bitch ass, and they bitches. I can't stand. People say you call them bitch until you need them. Do your fucking job, cop. Do your fucking job, cops. Yeah, that's all I'm asking you. I'm not asking for special treatment. Just do the fucking job correctly. I'm sorry, man. I got a little.
Well, when that doesn't happen, you would hope what is happening now happens, which is that and again, I just want to point out that the placement of his fatal bullet, which the independent autopsy conducted by the family of Andrew Brown Jr. Concluded that there's a fatal shot to the back of the head. So just the placement of that bullet has got to make this shooting illegitimate from a cop standpoint, right? Like that is an execution shot. But being that this is obviously an investigation from the county attorney that's being conducted in a nutfuckery way. I think that's a legal term.
Okay. Okay.
The nutfuckery from the county attorney has turned into the feds coming in. You know how in the movies some shit happens, shooting, bombing, something. Local dickhead cops, maybe even the county sheriff, whatever, state troopers,
right?
They're in there and they're like, "Oh man, this is a mess." And then this helicopter, the helicopter comes in, and dudes in sunglasses and suits come out, and they're like, "Fuck, the feds are here, man!" like this is no longer your investigation. Go get me coffee. And they'll say that to the fucking chief of the state troopers and shit. Like that's what's happening now.
That's what they like.
The feds are coming in? And they're like, what's this again?
Yeah, the feds are coming. And by the way, you said nut fuckery. It is a fucking it exists.
Okay.
It's nut fuckery. It's absolute fuckery. It's called nut fuckery, and it's
you light that candle and all you're gonna smell is
nut fuckery. So that's what they were like, nut fuckery, and the fact that they're acting so skittish and acting like squirrel. They're fucking, they're basically gonna show their own hand. And when the feds come in, and when Elliot Ness' cousin's left uncle's niece nephew comes in, and he comes in, he's like, you bring a knife to a gunfight. That's what they're doing. By the way, that was a really bad Sean Connery.
Hey man, there's really no way to do a bad one because his own accent was bad.
Yeah, Sean Connery. Doshbidonia. Yeah. See?
And the FBI depends on who's running it, right?
Now,
kind of depends on who the administration is, but
what's the reason they rolled up on him so heavy and they blocked his car and they immediately started shooting?
Supposed drug warrant.
Supposed drug warrant. Is there any legitimacy to him as some kind of drug kingpin?
He was a large black man. According to what I saw in the videos, it looked like it was a 7 Series Beamer, BMW. That is. That's a foreign German car. How do Negroes get cars like that? Okay. I mean.
Wait a minute. You drive a fancy car, so does that justify?
It's not a 7 Series.
Your car's fancy as fuck. By the way, everybody on the feed.
I drive low level drug dealer.
Okay, he got low level drug dealer, but it's still. By the way, everybody.
That was a kingpin car. So
I don't
obviously,
know. I'm letting
line.
everybody know about Pedro. Pedro drives a drop top Rolls Royce. Mm-hmm. Putting it out there.
It's been in the family for years. Man.
Yeah.
Come on.
No.
This whole thing.
It's a drop top Rolls Royce, and the cheers and the seats in the car are made from baby leather.
Yeah, I'll just put my car has a living room in it.
That it's beautiful. My car is in a lawsuit right now, so it is.
That's because it wasn't zoned for the jacuzzi.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You have to get the.
You can't just put a jacuzzi in the car. You have to get permits, and I didn't know that. But I'm gonna tell you right now what I think is going to happen. It's going to be another nut fuckery, like you said. There's going to be nut fuckery going on pertaining to this. Okay, I'm going to read what AJ Fitz said. I'm just saying, I really do think it's going to happen.
I was going to leave it up. Keep going. You keep going, and then when you're done, we're going to get into AJ's comment.
But no, I'm just saying, I think that the bottom line is the cops really, 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 really are still showing their ass, because the fact that they rolled up so hard and heavy, instead of saying, hey, we're going to arrest you, they decided we're going to be judge and jury, and they turned into Judge Dredd and did some street justice shit.
And again, for me, we can only comment on that to a degree because we haven't seen it. But the breadcrumb of evidence that we've been left by, through this process, does seem to tell that story.
To the back of your skull, the nape of your head.
Yeah.
That kind of shot is not, I'm coming at you, unless I'm running at you backwards with my head like this. Mm-hmm. I'm not a threat. Yeah. And also, they said that his hands were on the steering wheel. So I don't know how they could say. He was going for a gun.
He got shot in the arm 4 times. So obviously, his arms were shootable, which means if he was in the car, they would probably be up above the window line in your door.
So they're full of shit. Now, what did AJ say?
I want to highlight this only because I don't know about it. So this is a topic for tomorrow. We're going to talk about Isaiah, who was given a ride by a cop only to be shot by the same cop who gave him a ride for holding a house phone on a domestic call. So, AJ, I'm not aware of that. Are you aware of that one, Shane?
Very much so.
Okay, well, if you want to speak on it, man, go ahead, because I don't know about it. And
basically, they mistook a house phone for a gun. It wasn't like he was pointing the phone at him like, it's for you. It was
Give me your long distance code.
It was just a house phone, and they just blasted him. Again, they are systematically trying to exterminate us, is what a lot of my friends says.
Had he called on that phone? Had he called the cops to the house, or
I'm not that I don't know, but
okay,
it doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying. AJ, I'll speak more on this when I know a little bit more about it, so I'll look it up. But it happened in Spotsylvania. Okay, so Queen B, I see you said that Spotsylvania does ring a bell, because I was like,
no, I heard we have
a vampire. Yeah. We have a vampire town in America. Yeah, it just sounds like a creepy ass town to be in. But I didn't know the details of it, so let me look it up.
But bottom line is, and I agree with Nicole H. There's so many. They're rolling together. There's so many of that.
Yeah.
And by the way,
it's
I don't have. Okay, and saying that I want might be saying whoever CF is, I have an idea. I'm not saying that they're trying to exterminate all of us, but they do come off like executioners when you hear about shooting after shooting of unarmed black men, when you don't hear shooting after shooting of unarmed white men. And if you do have that, please show it to me. Please bring up, you can inbox me, you can email me through my site and show me clip after clip after clip of white males being executed and they're unarmed. Show me all of the shit that you're trying to talk about, which is fuckery. In fact, you know what?
What we're dealing with right now is
you need another jar of this.
What we're dealing with now is the residual byproducts, continual output of a system that, when it can't use black people to profit this capitalistic system,
right?
Yes, it will exterminate them. I mean, that's just history, right? That's what lynchings are about. Slavery was about that. If you weren't obedient and profitable and useful, you were beaten, subjugated, killed. Laws have shifted the ways in which that same sociology is implemented, right? So the overseers now become officers, and the sheriffs or the slave catchers become sheriffs, and they do the same thing. So yes, Shang, I stand behind your systematic execution statement. It's a valid statement historically,
right?
I'll say, if America cannot use a black person, it will kill them. That's.
So I just want to ask the people on the feed and here on Savage AF, I wanted to find out if you have tons and tons and tons of footage of white males that were unarmed and just going to the store or buying some Skittles or walking through a neighborhood, or I don't know, a white woman happened to be driving down the street and mysteriously dies in prison. If you have all those stories, please send them to me, because maybe I didn't do my homework, or maybe I didn't find out. But all I know is that it's a silly thing to even bring up, to say, well, it's the same when they're shooting white folks. We don't want to go over that again. We went over that yesterday. There's less black people in the country, but the percentage of unarmed black men are higher. And guess what else? When you see white people kill a bunch of people, most of the time they're brought in and arrested. They're arrested.
They live. Your point is they live.
Dylan Roof killed people while they were on their knees in church. Nine people
in church.
And his tummy was growling. So the cops felt they need to take him to Burger King. You motherfuckers. And anybody in the feed that wants to say that that's not the double standard I'm talking about, give me the fucking information. Give me the information where they took some black man to Burger King after he massacred 9 white people. Show me that, and I'll shut the fuck up. But until then, eat a bag of crispy dicks. I just crispy.
I don't even know where you're getting your crispy dicks from, people. But if you,
if
that's how you're thinking, then eat them.
I'll find. I will find it. Fuck it, I will find it right now. Crispy dicks.
Yeah. This is one of those things that we're unfortunately going to continue to talk about. For most of us, I think throughout our lifetime. I'm not sure how quickly this is going to change without some rapid revolutionary incident in America.
Right.
So, this is something we're going to be talking about. And when I say this, if you're just tuning in, Savage AF, Black Pedro, Shang.
Yes.
We are talking about the fact. The fact is that an independent autopsy revealed that Andrew Brown Jr. in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, was shot 5 times, 4 times in the arm, 1 fatal shot to the back of the head. So
yes,
that's the information we have on that now. I saw a neighbor's video of just the cops at the car. You couldn't tell what was going on.
Right.
A city camera of the police vehicles rolling up to the scene, but just kind of past the camera, and you don't see anything. So
right.
There's just been useless footage and useless rhetoric from.
Well, yeah,
and you haven't even heard from the supposed prosecutor yet, right? Oh, by the way, before we move on, I just want to comment to this sheriff's duo. And I can't remember right now the name of the county that this is happening in, North Carolina, but let's just call it Nigger Killer County.
Is that what? Because apparently, by you saying that, we are profiting on views pertaining to talking to others. We're profiting off views on dead black men because we're bringing it up because we're the ones that we're the ones that want it. We're the ones that caused it. We're the ones that caused the systematic racism. We're the ones that caused all of the shit that's going on pertaining to the fucking justice system and how they treat us. And how they treat white males that are fucking killing people in the parking lot, and they shoot him in the leg and they take him in. Whereas in black guy, you selling cigarettes, choke that nigga to death. So yeah, that's us. That's me. And that's definitely Pedro. I don't know if y'all can see. That's it's him, but it's not. It's both of us. It's him.
Well, fuck it then. Let's move on. To something that affects all of us a little bit more.
Yes.
And Savage AF is what we're doing here. We're here Monday through Friday, by the way, on YouTube and Facebook Live simultaneously.
Yes, and
as our oppressors would say,
if you subscribe to the channel, you know what? Your orgasm's way stronger.
There you go. That's proven scientifically. And speaking of science, today, as I walked to get both a fresh squeezed juice and blunts at the same time. Simultaneously.
Well, you have to keep your vitamin C.
Life is about yin and yang.
You got to get your CBC or CBD. What
CBD,
is it? And you got to get your vitamin C.
Vitamin THC. I got that in today.
Yes.
And also got some C and bromelain and all kinds of things, man. So we got it in today. But on that walk, just before I left the house, I saw the announcement from your president, Joseph Robinette Biden, and announcements from the CDC, led by Rochelle Walensky, Rochelle Walensky, forgive me, that fully vaccinated people can enjoy the outdoors maskless now, and being maskless outdoors with nobody around you.
That's what he said. Here's the deal, buddy. Okay, G Willikers, you cannot wear your mask, but only around, small crowds. Big crowds still got to wear a mask, but right now, take your shit off.
So if you're at outdoor gatherings and this was kind of always the thing that, like, if you're outdoors near nobody, even at the height of the pandemic, you wouldn't be in danger. But around others, in small, especially indoor gathering, this shit was dangerous, right? But now, fully vaccinated, outdoor functions, especially with other vaccinated people. All good. Even with vaccinated and non-vaccinated people, all good. Small
so you
small
can
gathering
small gathering
outdoors. But if you're at large gathering
inside,
okay. Well, especially inside, but even if you're at large gathering outdoors where people are packed on each other outdoors and vaccinated, you should still wear a mask is what they're saying.
Wear a mask.
But there you go. But on my walk, it's pretty fucking solitary, right?
Right.
And even as I pass people, I didn't put on my mask because I'm like, we're walking by each other, we're outdoors, and fuck you. Now, when I went into the stores that I went to, I put on my mask, no problem.
Yes,
got you all day.
So you can take your mask off.
But here's my point: is that during the entirety of the pandemic, I followed the CDC guidances, right?
Well, you know what?
Shut down, fine. Wipe everything down, cool. Mask everywhere, cool. All good. Don't touch my mama for motherfucking 97 months, cool. Got you, dog.
But I think that the CDC is still getting back. They're getting a pushback from the right that are saying, and also Carlson said he said that if you see people outside with a mask on their children, that's against the law. That's child abuse.
Yeah, I heard all that bullshit. My point was just to wrap that up was that if I followed all of the CDC guidances for the things that I didn't want to do, which are like mask every time and wash my knuckles till they're fucking raw and not touch my mother or my sister, then once they're like, nigga, you can walk around face free, I'm like, hey, girl, you see this? You see me though, right? Hey,
yeah, no,
ladies.
As soon as
I just stood on the corner.
As soon as Pedro found out, he was like, yeah, I'm ready to go.
This is me, girl. That's me.
Yeah. But and I kept mine on because I got another week or so, or 2 weeks to 3 weeks. But right now, I think that the right wing, and this is more of me making shit up, indignation, people in the feed. Oh, by the way, you know what? I cooked you a good big plate of fried dick. So I just want you to take this plate in and eat it.
Who did that, dog? That can't be a thing.
Eat it slowly, you motherfucker. No,
I have no idea where you find these things.
All I know is this, okay? Because I typed in crispy dick. I'm gonna tell you right now. The bottom line is the right wing, the Trump supporters, and it's not about me being open-minded to their freedoms. They're gonna fuck it up for us because they're gonna be like, you can't tell me what. Now, first they said you can't tell me what to do to wear the mask. Then they get the vaccination and they take the mask off. Then they said you can't tell me to not wear the mask. It's like they're children. They're fucking children. Yeah. And fucker Carlson and his, and I'm gonna use this word, his ilk. I use the word ilk. That's right, Pedro. They're gonna continue to say, hey, and also in Virginia, I think it was the governor. I don't know if it's the mayor or the governor said, if you're between 16 and 35, guess what? We will give you $100 gift certificate if you take the vaccine. Because
there are places that are passing out weed if you want it. But also, on the other hand, in Florida, there's a private school. It's called the Centener Academy.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting the town right now, but in Florida, the Centener Academy is actually going to bar any teachers who have been vaccinated from being in contact with students. Let me repeat that. This school, it's a private academy, right? Centener Academy in Florida is going to ban teachers who are fully vaccinated from interacting with students because we don't know enough about the vaccines, because it's a big experiment right now and they don't know all the facts. So they don't want these vaccinated people around these children. And right, Breezy JJ's 3 question marks. Ladies, Hazel May saw that too, right? Like Tawana, right? Like Garlene, you see it? Like this shit there is such a raccoon-minded mentality.
No.
Around this in certain places, and when I say certain, I mean right-wing cracker monkey,
Florida,
racist places,
parts of Texas.
But they've turned this into some bullshit, man.
But they've turned it into bullshit, and they've turned it into a political thing instead of a health issue. It's not a health issue to them. It's a political thing. It's a tribalism thing. It's like, this is our tribe. Trump was right. He's still our leader. And he said, don't do that. So I'm not getting it. And
Kuchidama says that sounds like some Trump shit. And
it's
in Florida, right? And we know that Ron DeSantis, the Satan, as I like to call him, is just one of the most evil and worst ass fucks of all time.
All time.
But this idea that they're going to keep vaccinated people away from the kids because we don't know, like, it's like, bro, you're
okay. And half of these people down in Florida, you don't know what's in meth, but you fucking take it, you toothless bitches. This is a situation. And by the way, I'm sorry I let the little bitch ass motherfuckers in the feed get to me for a second, and I'm okay now. Nah, man, nah, nigga. No, I'm just telling you right now, the bottom line is they know it's all politicized, it's all bullshit, and they'll do whatever they can to go against what the fuck is going on with anything that's make Biden not look like he's succeeding over their, orange fuck cunt stick leader that they follow, and lick his taint as much as possible. That's right. All you Trump supporters, fuck all y'all, period, the end. That's why they're doing everything they can to redistrict, to, silence people, to actually, we're going to definitely stifle the vote. And so you can lose house seats and the whole nine. So this is just an extension of that, Pedro. This is an extension of it, but it's nothing to do with that. This is about people getting vaccinated because it's been proven by the scientists, not you butt fucks.
Yeah.
It's also take your mask off. Take your mask off.
It's also completely ass backwards. Like, they've been fighting to get the masks off. The CDC is like, well, here's how you do it. And they're like, man, fuck that, man. And the vaccine is just a way to turn us into rhino monkeys, man. And they're just trying to turn us into space demons.
Yep.
It's like,
and then all of a sudden, and that's why they make me crazy. They're just making me crazy. But the bottom line is, the one thing is, I know that a lot of people are going to take the mask off, and you haven't seen them in a while. You're going to be like, God damn, baby, what happened? Holy shit. You were beautiful.
To be honest, my roommate today was like, well, aren't we, because we're both vaccinated, and she was like, well, aren't we still supposed to protect the other people? I'm like, at this point, it's available to anybody and everybody, and if you don't want to get it, then fuck you, die. You know what I mean? Like, bitch, I will cough in your coffee. It starts with cough, so fuck it. You know what I mean?
And you know what? I just thought about this too. AJ Fitz said it. Now, Florida. Arizona's going to do this. The UFC is going to, in Texas, of course, Texas. The UFC just had their first UFC fight
with 15K people.
But yeah, and even though they were spread out because the place holds more people than that. The bottom line is, these people are going to be the super spreaders in certain areas, but the places that are a little bit more enlightened, a little bit more progressive, and obviously get it. I think that but what's going to happen is those motherfuckers are going to migrate to where the people aren't. And then we're going to have a variant that's we're not going to be able to handle, because they won't just shut it down for a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's it. But I mean, I'm going to feel good taking off my mask. I'm going to
it felt good today. Like I had, I brought a mask with me.
Right.
But it felt good today to just walk around the streets with my face open. Like, fuck it. CDC said
it's been how long? How long has it been? A year and change before we could take off the mask?
Yeah, man. Last March or so, March of 2020.
Yeah, it's been
like that. April earlier, but so over a year now, and we're at this place, and that is because this current administration is logistically trying to handle this pandemic responsibly. So
yeah, AJ Fit. I didn't see the whole. I didn't watch the crowd, but I think that Florida's proven it can be a super spreader. Texas has proven it can be a super spreader. Wisconsin, Wyoming, places like that, Arizona. That's what's going to happen. And India right now is number one across the world pertaining to it.
They think they currently have 500 million cases. They're
getting hammered. And the bottom line is we all want this to come to an end. Pedro got to walk around without a mask. I can't do it yet. But end of the day, the vaccination. I keep saying that. Somebody said, "Oh, you got vaccinated? Oh, dude, why'd you do that?" Motherfucker, you just took a bunch of pills and Tylenol. You don't know what the fuck's in Tylenol. You don't even know the ingredients, but you pop those motherfuckers every day. You don't know what's in that Vicodin that you take. Is Vicodin a grand experiment? Because they had to try it on people first.
I'm gonna try this on them, Shang. I'm gonna be like, I took the vaccine because I'm not chicken shit like you are.
Because you're a
fucking
pussy.
Chicken shit. Yeah, man. What are you, a turkey? What are you, chicken? Fucking asshole. Just take it.
And I can walk around without a mask, bitch.
All right, baby.
Alrighty then.
My baby mama, daddy mama, baby. Doesn't it keep you from giving it? Doesn't it keep you from getting it? Make it make sense. Okay, so that's actually not a bad question, because you think vaccine, and I think it leads us to this idea of invincibility. So let's understand that the vaccine I got, the Pfizer, 95% inoculation.
That's the one I got.
Which means that there is obviously a 5% chance that you could still get COVID and get severely infected, right? Like, so yeah, it's not this 100% invincible shield, much like airbags or seat belts or air freshener when you fart. Like, it's not always gonna help.
It's not gonna always mask the fart.
It's not always gonna get you through the situation.
And the bottom line is, this is what's going on in this country. The fact that they did complain about it, and now they're like, "Oh, I don't know if I wanted it now. The vaccine scared me." And but they end of the day, they still are just being obstinate, petulant fucking children, and they're still following the fucking big lie when it comes to Trump being president. Still, they're following the big lie when it came to the vaccines, because that was their number one thing. Think about it, Pedro. From the day he found out about it, he tried to discredit it. He tried to discredit the fucking pandemic. He did try to discredit COVID-19. He tried to discredit anybody that was wearing a mask. When people would ask him to be interviewed, he says, "Take the mask off. I can't hear you. Take the mask off." And even the reporters like, "No, motherfucker, I ain't taking the mask off, man." So, I mean, shit happens. Pandemics happens. Nature slaps back sometimes. Sometimes nature claps back at us and fucks us over. So for a while, you got to wear masks. That's just the way it is. And that's which way I see it. But a lot of people don't see it that way. A lot of people don't see it
Breezy JJs, we are on the same shit, my lady. I did the vaccine for my family. Like, my mother tells me every year, get the flu shot. And I'm like, yeah, ma, yeah, I'll get it. I think last year I lied to her. I was like, yeah, I got my flu shot. I ain't had a flu shot since I was a fucking kid. I don't get sick a lot. So whatever. I don't think. But this, I recognize as something different.
This is something different.
And in that sense, the reason why I took the vaccine, absolutely, primary 100%, was just to be able to interact with my family again,
right?
And feel confident that I wasn't going to pass something on to my mother specifically, and my sister actually, who has both, some respiratory problems and things like that. But now that we're all fully vaccinated, it feels better. I'm not gonna lie. And listen, this ain't a flu. The coronavirus, it's not a flu. It is different. Your boy Trumpty Dumpty admitted that to Bob Woodward on tape. We heard him say it to Bob Woodward. Okay, so stop. Whatever he said publicly, we know that in these private tapes, to this fully accredited Watergate breaking journalist.
Right.
Trumpty Dumpty admitted, yo, this ain't no joke. This shit is good. He's gotten vaccinated. He was taking regimens to protect himself.
And he got
still
vaccinated.
got COVID.
And
he still got COVID.
And you know what? There's a lot of Republicans that actually got the vaccination, but they wouldn't do it in public because they didn't want to get a perception to their base that their base would think, oh, you pussied out on me, bro. And so I think that your way of going about it is a great way to put these little fucking petulant children, because you are a bunch of petulant fucking bitch ass children. Say, hey man, you know why you won't get a fucking vaccine, bro? Get off me, Bill. Get off me. I'm telling you why, man. You're a punk bitch. You're a punk bitch. That's why you won't fucking take it, bro. And then they'll be like, you don't tell me what to do, nigger boy. Fuck it.
And then teeth fall.
Sorry, shoot me up, bro. That's what they'll do. They're just fucking, And then some people think that we're lemmings for going to get the vaccine. Somebody called me a lemming. And I was like, number one, good word usage. Let's get props right there.
It's you know, it's an adage.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been called a lemming. So I was like, woo, I give that to you. That was good. But the bottom line is, I'm not necessarily, it doesn't mean you're a lemming to actually.
You know what that is? That's one of those crazy white boys, the red catcher in the rye, and thinks that they can save everybody, man.
Yeah. I just think that, you know what, Savage AF is here. We got our own opinions. I know some people in the feed may distree with us. And the people that disagree, I just want to say, you know, hey, you know what Chuck Norris does. So I think that taking off the mask is going to be a good thing. I can't wait. You're already there. I can't wait. And I'm going to take my mask off and I'm going to be out there showing my face for a fucking change.
And, you know, Stacey Patterson, she's trying to protect her young who, you know, have asthma and, you know, pre-existing condition. Right. Carolina Boss is ready for the purge. He's like, nigga, listen, I got barbecue grills, baseball bats, and shotguns. I don't give a fuck. Survival of the fittest. Yeah. What's up, boss, man? I see you out there, dog.
Whoever makes it, bro. That's how we do it, bro. This is the Survivor Series.
All right, man. So let's get through this. We're almost at the end here.
We're almost at the end here, yeah.
All right, so Savage AF, y'all. We're gonna move on to the next topic. It is what you know it's gonna be, and it's gonna be a little something like this.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro popping in. Hey, with another popping to let you know what's popping.
Yes, Squire. All right, so here's the thing, man. 511 to 67. When we talk about most presidents, especially new ones, or I would say specifically new ones, you talk about their first 100 days.
Right.
100 days is just over 3 months. 3 months, quarter of a year. America, a capitalistic fiscal country. What are you going to get done in the first quarter, right?
Right.
Of your first year, of your first term. 511 to 67. That is the score. And the point of this talk tonight, kids, and I know you have your pens and pencils out. Take notes. This is not strictly to be comparative of Trump versus Biden. But 511 to 67 is the number of false statements, false or misleading statements that Trump has said versus Joe Biden in their first 100 days. All that is to say that in Trump's first 100 days, he told 511 misleading or false statements. And Joseph Biden has told 67. I really just want to highlight to say for all of those still Trumpty Dumptians out there that at no point have I or Shang, or I don't think a lot of us, black people especially, who voted for Joseph Robinette Biden for president of the United States, believed that he was some saint, some angel that was speaking gold and platinum verbs out of his mouth every time that we're going to save us from anything. But just comparatively, statistically, when you look at a number like this,
factually,
511 versus 67 false or misleading statements within your first 100 days, okay? Bro, I'm asking you, what do you want to swallow? What do you want to deal with? Do I want to deal with 511 lies in 100 days or 67? Right? What are you trying to deal with, America, as your electorate body, as your executive branch? Somebody who is lying goddamn every day.
No, multiple times.
Multiple times a day. Yeah, absolutely. So 5 times a day. More than 5 times a day, I'm sorry, on average. Right?
Wait a minute, 5 again?
5 times, which means, nigga, you talking way too much. But 5 times a day, you are lying.
5
versus 67 days in 100. Which I'm sorry, the math. I don't know if that's 0.67 lies per day or something. I guess is how that would work. But yeah, so less than 1 lie a day.
Wow.
Little over a half a lie a day. So do you want like a half a lie a day or 5 lies per day for the first 100 days?
No, it's not. It might be even more.
Because nobody, and all I'm saying is nobody has ever said these motherfuckers were perfect. Definitely not Joseph Robinette Biden. His middle name is Robinette. What are you doing? Change your middle name. And that's coming from somebody with the middle name Delfino. Okay. But my point is, what did you want to deal with, America? Did you really want to keep dealing with an average of 5 lies per day?
Yes.
Or just a slightly old guy who might misspeak sometimes. Maybe tells lies. Maybe they try to cook the books a little bit, right? But yeah, who don't do that, baby? It's politics. America, welcome to it.
Yep.
Yeah, 67 lies over 100 days. That's it, man. Okay, cool.
You know what though?
I can do that.
Okay, but people don't care, man. Baby. People, no.
That's why we fact check and we can argue about it later. But nigga, 511 lies in 100 days. Like, come on. So that's I'm not arguing that Joseph Biden as a person is better. That which I don't think is a debate.
Yeah, that's not even a debate.
Like that's not even something. But I'm just talking about as an administration. Do you want to deal with one that is bold-faced 5 times a day lying to you, or every now and then cooks the book, says a little something, blah blah blah, not quite as serious, but yes, still not true. Right. We can recognize that.
Well, that's also you got to say. Come on, you can't just say just say him. You got to look at his whole administration. All of them are double fucking evil liars. And not all, I mean, all politicians, but the level of denial and lies from the right is you can actually prove it. This is not our opinion, right? It's not our opinion. It's not conjecture. It's fact. And I'm so sick of people acting like, well, no, I mean, that's just your opinion. No, motherfucker, it's not just our opinion. Yeah. It's a fact. They looked at the facts and said, these are how many lies he did. This is how many lies he did. And that's what it is. So I just don't understand it. But they don't care because racism and tribalism trumps, and I hate to use the word Trump, but it trumps facts.
Yeah,
it does. And yeah, I'm going to use some other word. I'm going to find
what would be a better substitution for that? It supersedes or
supersedes. Let's say supersedes. It supersedes what's going on. It supersedes facts, reality. They are actually trying to spin it right now, man, with January 6th saying, well, it really wasn't a violent insurrection. It wasn't violent. They weren't really armed. You know, if I stab you with a flag, it's not really, I'm not armed. So, I mean, end of the day, yeah.
Serious just beat a little girl at his local playground 5'11" and 67. You know, these are those kind of stats. What up, Serious Just?
Yeah.
That it's at this point it's ridiculous.
It's stupid to even bring it up.
Miss Adverb also threw out outweighs.
So that's what I'll use from now on. Thank you so much.
Serious Just also threw out Bernie's. We could be like, Bernie's that.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that.
Savage AF, I want to let y'all know something. One, for the people that are new to the show, then the people that aren't new to the show, you know the deal. But the people are new to the show, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Boom. Make sure you click the bell. Also, make sure you check us out on the podcast version of the show, which is on iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Make sure you check us out. Follow at Black Pedro on the IG. That's all you got to do. Go on IG. Follow. And then also make sure you follow me on the IG at Comedian Shang. For the people that don't know, now you know. And I'm going to let you know, this is something I was thinking about, and a lot of people don't agree with me, but let's see if you agree with me. This is my Shangry for today. Well, listen, this is what I'm thinking. And I know that people are saying, well, you always playing the race card. Well, number one, I can't play the race card because I don't have the motherfucking deck. So race ain't going to get no better without the cheddar. And I think that applies to with everything across the board. I think Pedro knows this too. I mean, it pertains to life, pertains to even women. You want to get a hot woman, a lot of times they want you to have that bag, and you know that. You want to get a woman to be like, oh, yeah, ooh, Pedro, what you doing? Sometimes they look at your bag more than they do your bag. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about that. And the bottom line is we live in a country that knows for a fact that they actually suppressed Black people from gaining wealth, period, the fucking end. If you look at the situation pertaining to housing, for a while there were fucking GIs would come home from the war and weren't allowed to get low income fucking loans so they could get housing, which is fucking.
The New Deal was not our deal.
It was not our deal. They actually had it on the books. It was something that was legal. So we do need to absolutely positively start focusing on that more. We need to start focusing on the bottom line, because we will continue to live in these projects instead of owning homes. And that's what we need to do. We need to own homes. We need to own the land, and we do need to start focusing on money more. We definitely need to do that. Okay. I'm not saying that I don't want you to be a money grubbing person, and some people can be happy without it. But the bottom line is, while they were gaining by them suppressing us gaining wealth, they were gaining equity, and we were trying to just fight for equality. So basically we fight for equality and they're gaining equity. We're fighting for equality, basic human rights. We're going after human rights. They're going after fucking housing rights.
They're tax laws.
Tax laws, and giving the 1% of top a break, basically. And we know what the top 1% is. So the bottom line is, I'm saying to all the Black folks out there, the bottom line is be as money conscious as you possibly can. I'm not saying that you're going to get the money Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is getting right now, but the bottom line is make sure that you focus on that. So when you get around my age, you got some loot in the bank. When you get around my age, you're not, because I'm 945 years old. We don't want to go into that. But at the end of the day, we do need to absolutely positively focus on finance. And you can't get that ass without finance. So all of you out there, Black people, the only way we're going to get equality is equity, and that is it. They are not going to they're not going to have empathy or humanity. This is not me saying all white people are bad, but it looks like pretty much that's the game they played. They played that game when it came to housing. They played that game when it came to just fairness across the board. But they were playing the money game while we were playing the equality game. So I'm saying to you, focus on that. Invest smart. Move forward and get that shit done. That's wisely. My Shangry for today.
Wisely, young man. Good shit, man. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah. You know I've been talking about that stuff, man. So let's get at it. Let's get at it, y'all. Get your shit together, baby.
Yeah. Get your shit together.
And listen, it takes time. So don't think about it. Don't think about it as I gotta get it right now. This one, it's not a one shot deal type of thing, right? Like, I was thinking about it while you were talking, that like this country was founded because and white people ended up killing each other because tea costs too much.
Yep.
Like tea leaves. Boston Tea Party, right? Like they taxed the tea, it cost too much, and they were like, man, fuck that.
Yeah.
This is our shit now.
Killing everybody.
Fuck the king, the queen, everybody.
I mean, you know why? Because
that was their struggle back then.
That was their struggle.
That was what they were, the tyranny that they were fighting. The tea and the tyranny was over tea.
Over tea. You know what? Bags. They had a year, just like we had a year of living with masks and a pandemic. And they felt like their rights were so fucking taken away from them. They stormed the Capitol and stabbed cops with fucking flags. This is how a year my rights taken away. Whereas in black people been having their rights taken away and people of color for fucking decades. Decades and decades, between the justice system, between fucking fair housing, between voters' rights, and on and on and on and on. We deal with that shit every day, the mental, psychic, racist terrorism that we get. And they lasted a year and flipped the fuck out and decided to stab people with a flag at the fucking Capitol. So when you say snowflake, you bitch ass motherfuckers, you need to look in the mirror because y'all got snowflake. Y'all should be drenched in snowflakes because y'all can't handle shit.
Flaked up.
Flip it one time where it's all black people treating you like you treat us. You wouldn't last a motherfucking day.
Weren't built for it. Yeah. Lady Hazel May said, it's wrong to date a man for money? Question mark.
Yes.
Nicole H, though, said, no, it's wrong to date a man with no money. And Breezy JJ's disagrees with that. She said she believes it's wrong to date a man for money. That might be a topic we need to talk about, ladies. I would love to hear more opinions on that. However, we're not going to
don't get me started. We ain't getting into it today.
We might have to do that tomorrow or the day after.
You know what? Fuck it. We'll do it tomorrow. How about this? We'll do it tomorrow. But I'm gonna tell you something. You women you better bring your motherfucking Teflon. You better bring your Teflon because I'm gonna bring the heat. Because bottom line is, women, y'all be on one. Y'all be full of shit because a woman. I said this before on one of my feeds. I got 1,000 motherfuckers dissing me. I said a man will stop at a fucking bus stop and pick a woman up. And like, yeah, you at a bus stop. Maybe you ain't got no car, baby. I got you. I'm going to give you a lift. I would love to see a woman that got mean stop and pick a man up because she's attracted to him at a bus stop. Not even realizing maybe his car's in the shop and he just caught the bus down the street. But guess what? You won't even think that. You know what you'll think? Oh, this nigga's broke. I ain't fucking with him. That's what you'll do.
Also, it shows that men are much better at pimping than women are. Okay.
Yeah, all day.
Hey, toot, when I pull up, bitch, and honk twice, you better get in. You know what it is, Savage AF, Black Pedro,
Shang. And by the way, again, anybody that wants to talk shit in the feed, please have a big plate of fried dick.
It's just, I don't even want to know. All right, man. Savage AF, we'll be right back here tomorrow.
Had to end with that. Had to.
Tomorrow, it's a Wednesday. We're going to be here 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, y'all. YouTube, Facebook Live. Make sure you're following us on YouTube. Savage AF World. If you do that, all one word, you got it. Y'all have a good night, everybody. Be safe. Miss Averab, give me my goddamn money for this child, girl. I swear to God.
God damn it. Exactly.
I can't keep frying all this shit up and cooking all these goddamn beans and shit.
All right.
Without this money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
you know what I'm saying? So make sure that you come through for the baby. All right. We'll talk to you in a bit. Peace.